What's up, guys? Welcome back to the bianconerizonechannel for the daily news show, the day after the breaking bombshell news that shocked not just Juve fans but kind of the entire footballing world. Um, Before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, especially hit that bell notification because we are gonna talk about this for the coming days, weeks, probably months. The what effect is this gonna have on the club in around the field, off the pitch, on the players, all these transfers, whatever, name it. We're gonna discuss that in the coming days because more and more things will come out. But before we get into today's video, I'm gonna discuss, of course, what happened, John Elkann's words, because those were the most important today. But a lot of things happened. A lot of bullshit reports, people who have nothing to do with the situation speaking up, some questions that are unanswered. We're gonna discuss all of that in the live that is gonna happen after this with a few guests. So check that after this video or rewatch it if you can catch the live. But yeah, let's get into the big topic. Obviously, yesterday everybody was chilling, watching the Portugal Uruguay game, and then the news broke that the entire board you know left basically, and I think everybody was shocked. I'm still shocked. If you are in like pro Agnelli out, Annette fed in, net fed out, whatever. I the day after, I'm still of the idea that this is not feeling right in terms of 10 people leaving mid-season out of nowhere because there were no indications, there were no leaks, there was no talks, there was no idea because like the feeling going into this break was okay, it's calming down in and around the club. They're picking up results. It kind of looks a little bit better. It couldn't get worse, but like that was the feeling, and then out of nowhere, boom! Like no indication whatsoever. When the news came out, I thought this was bait, a fake account, but it's true. I'm still confused. I'm still not sitting here and be like, this is very positive because for me, at this moment in time, it doesn't feel positive to me because 10 people leaving mid-season, experienced people leaving, and you all need to replace them mid-season with a January transfer window ahead, a difficult season still ahead for us, difficult summer for us ahead, like on the field financially. It's weird, like it's weird, but 10 people left, and I'm gonna say left, but actually they got told to leave. They basically they kind of got sacked. Like it is what it is. They got sacked basically, and they left. If you want to call it that, they are calling it that, but they got sacked for obvious reasons. Everybody knows it. Um, we're gonna discuss all the news, as I said on the after the live, because a lot of journalists, reporters who had absolutely no clue what was going on yesterday now have all the answers. Points deduction, uh, going to Serie B, Serie C, players leaving for free, name it, investigate. Like they all have the answers now, but they had no clue or no idea what was going on a few hours before. So you can make what you want. Excuse me, but that's today's world. Remember when Tancredi Palmieri tweeted out that somebody died in Mino Raiola? With all rest in peace. And it turned out he was still alive. Those are the people who are now tweeting things out as, oh, this could happen, that could happen. These are the journalists, and it's social media. It gets recycled, and everybody, like, if you believe everything, you're probably all over the place today. But that's the case. So the news broke today, and John Elkann spoke now because, of course, like it's a big company. If something like this happens, like everybody is waiting for, explanation. Like why did this happen? And they explained that in the statement, a very difficult statement, but they said, okay, it's about figures and COVID and wages and overvaluing quote unquote players, whatever. And they basically, or like John Elkann was basically told by advisors, it's good that these people take a step back because they are going to take the heat. They're coming after them because they are the suspects basically. uh, and that's what he did. And he spoke today, a few hours ago, and he said the resignation of the Juve board members is an act of responsibility, putting the interests of the club first. like I said, they got told that they all needed to leave for the good of the club. In terms of the investigation is spearheaded on those guys. They need to take the heat, and the club should remain the club basically. So they got told. I'll keep saying they got told leave. He went on saying, "I want to thank my cousin Andrea for giving us extraordinary emotions that we will never forget. In these 12 years, we have won so much. The credit is mainly him, as well as the women and men who have achieved memorable goals under this leadership." We're going to discuss Agnelli's time at the club further on. Of course, he's going to thank him. It's his cousin. But at the end of the day, he rebuilt something and he set it on fire. And he was watching it burn down and acting like nothing was happening. That's the reality of what happened, in my opinion. But everybody can have a different opinion on that. But the main news of the day was that excuse me, that there was a new president. I don't know who it is. Like I'm not gonna lie. I think nobody knows who. Like if you're just interested in football, nobody has a clue who the new president of the club is. He goes on saying, so the new president, Scanavino, who has demonstrated solid managerial skills in all the companies where he has worked, will use the experience he has gained, especially in the media and digital. Wait, that sentence is not correct. But like areas to accelerate the development of Juve. Now, he is a guy. So our new president is a guy who is kind of blindly trusted by John Elkann. Like he's his right hand man. He trusts him, and if you read his CV, whatever, he's not a guy who, like, how do you want to say that? Like he's like an Arrivabene. He has probably not really a clue about how the football goes, but he's there to clean up the mess in terms of finances and all those things. That's why he's there. He's probably gonna be more in the background compared to Agnelli. I don't think he's gonna speak a lot on like footballing wise, all those things. Agnelli was really involved in terms of he was speaking for other clubs. He was speaking about football in general. I don't think he's gonna be like that. I think he's gonna be on the background, and he's probably gonna let the guys who know football do their thing. He's gonna focus on cleaning up that mess. That's why he's there. And you can say it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. We are in a mess. That's a fact. And I think the coming years will be difficult in terms of you will be frustrated with, oh, why don't we sign that player? Why don't we sign that player? I think he's going to be very strict because it's clearly a mess. If you sack 10 board members, it's a mess that needs to be cleaned up. And I think results-wise on the pitch, in terms of players-wise, get player X, get player Y, I think it's going to be a little bit frustrated over time. That's what I believe. Going off other reports, who he's bringing in, all guys who... And it was also described by credible journalists that he's bringing in guys to clean up stuff, like lawyers and bankers. I'm not high on that idea. I want people in the club who know football as much as possible. That's what I want, and everybody doing his part. I don't know if it's a good idea to have many people in and around the club who actually don't have a clue about football, are good with numbers, but when it comes to football, they have no clue. I don't think that's a good mix. I think that happened with Man U. I'm not saying it's going to happen with us, but people who have no idea about football were in charge, and it didn't end well. So let's see which direction we're going in now. I nearly cared about the club, but I think the last few years he lost track of what really mattered, and that was the fans. The fans. They want to win. They just want to support. They don't care about selling jeans with the logo on. Most of the fans don't even like the logo, if you know what I mean. Like, the focus was shifting away from the essence of what we are. We are a football club. And the feeling you were getting from the club was football wasn't on the first place anymore. It didn't came on the first place. That was the vibe he was giving off. But let's see if he's gonna stay present. Maybe it's just for a period to get, sort out the mess, and then someone else comes in. I don't know, but let's see. And then we will end up with a big question. I'm gonna discuss that because yesterday there were rumors about Allegri was, thinking about leaving. I said at the time I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't think it's a good idea because who the hell is coming in a club with no board? Looking at that mess, nobody's coming in. And the players, they need some sort of stability at this point, and it's probably Allegri at this point. I'm not a big fan of him, but until I know, okay, this is the direction we are going in, board wise, these are the people coming in, this is what we want to do, then yeah, I can sit here and be like, okay, that's the coach I want, or like I think we need personally. But now, like, sacking everyone, like the players are coming back to what? Like it's already a mess. But he said Allegri remains a reference point of the Juve sports area. We count on him and the whole team to continue winning as they have shown they can do in the last few days, keeping our goals high on the field. Let's see. I think again, the direction we're going into is with people who will be a lot on the background because they don't know football, so they're not going to speak a lot. Now Agnelli spoke, sometimes Netfed spoke, in the past Paratici, then Morata, Rivebene spoke for a while. A lot of people were Cherubini, excuse me. A lot of people were speaking. With the people coming in now, the new president going off the other names John Elkann wants to bring in, they don't have a footballing background, so I think they're just going to stay away from the camera as much as possible because I don't think they have a really clue what to say in terms of they have different areas of expertise. Now, if it's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards it's not a great thing for me. Looking at the CVs, it's more focused on, and it's needed, by the way, but it's just something you don't want to hear as a fan, to be honest. But I'm going to end the video with this. Again, a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things that will need to be discussed in the coming days. So stay tuned. We're doing lives, discussion panels, a lot of daily videos, all that stuff. We're keeping it rolling because it's big news. We're going to talk about possible punishments when any investigation really starts or something comes out, because now it's all loose ends. People are guessing all over the place. Applying rules on the club that cannot be applied at this moment in time, or even if something comes to light, like even then some of the rules that are coming out or like punishments can be applied for obvious reasons. But we will see in the coming days what will come out. But let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. I want to know. So let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and we will see you back later today, tomorrow, depending on where you are. Ciao.